Hi Siva.
Yeah, hi sir.
So you are doing Docker demos, right? From tomorrow, today onwards, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, quite. So first of all, this is a demo about Docker. We need to install Docker first of all. Then we will see some Docker file basics about Docker commands, and we will test with the simple Apache web server uh, by using AWS console. Okay. So this is the introduction about Docker. So basically, it is a open source containerization platform so that developers use to build and package the applications for the deployment purpose using containers. So basically this is the OS level optimization utilization. So this is the base OS by using the containers, and it also has the efficiency to build and to test with the environments. So this is the faster application execution on the containers platform. With containers, it becomes very easy for teams across different regions to deploy the QA and also QA environments with the less risk. And we can deploy Docker containers anywhere with the and even virtual machines in the cloud. Since Docker containers are pretty very light, so it can easily scalable at any time. So this is our introduction about Docker. So first we need to install Docker in our Linux machine. So for this, go to internet. So just go to AWS, sign up. So yeah, I'm in a cloud AWS account with my IAM user. So let's go to EC2. First we need to install Docker in our EC2 machine. So click on instances. So launch instances. I'll give Docker server. Just give Docker name. I'll select Ubuntu OS. I'll go with 18.04 version AMI T2 micro only. I'll choose my created AWS KeyPay. So this I'll go with the default options. So security group I'll just allow HTTPS and also HTTP for the web server Apache. So just install. Okay, just increase my storage. Let's install launch instance. So click on. So refresh it. Now the server is up and running. So we'll connect with Mobaxton. Go to sessions, click on SSH. So you need to give public IP address. For that, this is the public IP address. Copy this. Give here, and the username is Ubuntu. So this is Ubuntu server. Advanced SSH settings. Select private key. So this is not virtual. Selected key. Okay. So we have logged with Mobaxton with SSH. So first of all, I need to update the server. So now I need to install Docker in my Ubuntu server. So for that, this is the command curl -. Copy this. Enter. So next I need to execute docker.sh. Enter. So it is installing the Docker in the backend. So just wait for that. So let's verify whether Docker is installed or not. So by using So yeah, it has installed successfully Docker version 20.10.18. So let's go to our so these are the tasks we need to perform in the Docker Ubuntu server. So first I need to create Docker images. Then from the images I need to create containers. So and also we create one Docker file. With the help of Docker file, we can create images as well as containers. So at final we can remove all the resources by containers as well as images. Okay, so let's move. First we need to take one image from the docker.hub.com. So I'll take Ubuntu only. So for that this is the command docker run Ubuntu. Sorry, docker full Ubuntu. So just go to our AWS. So just type docker full Ubuntu. Yeah, so we can get permission denied. So for that we need to troubleshoot execute this command sudo usermod -ag because we need to add Ubuntu user to the Docker group. So otherwise the permission denied shows. So if we add we can successfully able to log in. So I need to give permission also for this execution purpose for the Ubuntu user. That's why I have given this command. So just enter. Now I can give Docker full Ubuntu. Let's enter. So it is downloading from the dockerhub.com. So the Ubuntu latest has downloaded. So just give Docker images. Yeah, it has installed. So this is the image ID. It has created 35 hours ago. So because it has created in the dockerhub.com, so they have updated 35 hours ago this Ubuntu image. The size is 77. This is the base image you can get from the dockerhub.com. So you can also pull the CentOS just for the from the dockerhub.com only. So just give Docker images. So we have two images. We can download it from the dockerhub.com. So the size of the CentOS is much larger than the Ubuntu server. So after that, we need to start the Docker containers from the image. So for that, I need to execute this command: docker run -it image name or image ID. So the image, I need to start the container. For that, I need to execute this command: docker run -it image name or image ID. So I'll just give Ubuntu image. So yeah, I'm inside the container. So if you execute the -it command, it has two functions. One is it will create the container, and second one is it goes inside the container. So that's why I'm inside the container. So if you give just update inside the container for using apt update. So if you want to come out from the container, just type control PQ, then enter. So I just execute control PQ. So I came out. So now I am in Ubuntu server only, Ubuntu user. Okay, so that is for -it. So if you need to start the container from image and you don't want to go to the inside container, so for that, this is the command: docker run -itd. Docker run -itd. It actually this is the interactive terminal in detached mode, so that's why it only starts the container Ubuntu. So it will create one container. If I want to give, I have given again, so it creates another container. So we can create many containers from the base image, as many as we requirement. So let's go to next slide. So to see the running containers, this is the command docker ps. So it shows all the running containers in our Ubuntu server. So we have created 3 containers. It is status is 28 seconds ago. That's right. So if you want to see that stopped containers, we can see with the help of this command docker ps -a So there is no stopped containers still, but we will execute further in a way. So let's go to Docker file. So now we will create one Docker file. So from the Docker file, we will create one container, and also we will create image from the Docker file. So first we need to go to change directory, OPT directory. So cd OPT. Okay. So later we need to create one directory, sudo mkdir funds. Okay, so for example, I'll take the fund transfer service. So for that fund transfer service, I'll create one Docker file. So that's why I have taken the casual name. So you need to change the directory to the funds. Then you need to create one Docker file. Okay, cd opt. Now I need to create one directory. Then you need to change directory cd funds. Now you need to create Docker file. So it has the format D is the capital. So you should give D as the capital only. Sudo va Docker file. So just enter. So click on insert. Now I need to create one Docker file. So for that, I'm taking Ubuntu basics base image only. So I have taken the 18.04 image. So you can take as your requirement Ubuntu 18, or you can take latest only. So go to column 18.04, or you can take latest as per your requirement. This is the base image from the docker.com app.com. So I have to give maintainer also. So because in real time we have hundreds of containers available. So for that we need to take care of the containers will run. So for that I need to take one maintainer. So I'll give some name. Also give some email also, Gmail. So I'll just update the server inside the container so that we can execute the remaining commands in the further way. So run command is basically it is a command to execute the commands as a normal user. Update. So for now we'll just implement these 3 lines. WQ. So for saving the file, escape colon WQ, enter. Now I need to, so we have created one Docker file. So now from the Docker file, we need to create one image. So for that, Docker build -t Docker build -t. So I have given the tag is my first image. So you can give as per your requirement. So my first image, and you can give one dot because this is the in current folder. It indicates that we have in the current folder only. So enter. So once we executed the this command docker build -t, so it will go into the Docker file and it will execute all the steps which we have created now. So first step is from Ubuntu base machine. So it will take the Ubuntu base machine, and the step 2 is the maintainer Krishna. Yeah. So last step 3 is it will update the server inside the container. So we have given these 3 steps till now. So we need to implement other steps as well. So we have created an image also. Now we need to run the container. So for that we have a command for that: docker run -it my first image. Okay, so for that docker run. So before going to execute the container, just check the docker images. So this is the latest image from the docker file. Okay, now execute the docker run. Docker run -it. You can give image ID or image name. So I'll just give image ID. So you have observed here, see, from Ubuntu latest to 77 MB to 105 MB. So we have, because we have created one Docker file. Within Docker file, we have given our packages, required packages. That's why the size is increasing. So let's enter. So from the Docker file, we created a container also. Okay. Now we are inside the container. So let's come out from the container. So let's go to our Docker file again, and we'll execute the remaining things. Okay, later we need to update one Maven also inside the container. So for that I need to execute this command. Con insert. Maven. So I have taken Maven for the sample purpose. Just install Maven. One way. Okay. Enter. So again, you need to execute the same command: docker build -t my first image. Give the current folder. Now, so we have already executed step 3. So it will directly go to the step 4. It will execute the step 4 apt-get install Maven. So Maven is installing inside the container. Yeah, it has successfully. So let's the container docker run -it. Let's execute docker images first. Yeah. See, the size is even larger than the previous one, 363 MB. Because we are creating inside the Docker file, we are updating all the packages which we need to required packages. That's why the package is very large. Just create container docker run -it, give the image name, image id, enter. So we have created another container also. So let's execute our whether our Maven is actually available here. Maven hyphen version. So yeah, Maven is available here inside the container. So let's execute the further commands as well. So I need to come out from the container. So that's why I have entered control PQ. Enter. Let's go to our sudo docker file. Enter. Now I'll take from the. So I'll take a wget command from the run. Okay. Go to insert. So this is the Maven Apache 3.0 version. So I'll take from the web Maven download. So whatever the required packages we need, we can take from it and we can execute. So for now, I will execute the Maven Apache. So just give URL here. Okay. So just escape one public queue. Enter. So again, same you need to execute the Docker build. And folder. So the fifth step is actually not executed because wget is not found. Okay. So it couldn't read the wget from the Docker file. So let's check, verify Docker file. So because the base OS is completely, it doesn't have any dependencies inside the Ubuntu base OS. That's why it couldn't read the wget command. So we need to give the wget as well. So I will give here. Apt get install wget. The file. Now you need to execute the Docker build 20. Yes. Yeah. See, now it is executing our. So yeah, it shows. Do you want to continue? Okay, you need to give yes or y also in the Docker file. So let's give here. Click you. Now it is executing properly. It is installing. Yeah, the Maven 3.6.0. Okay. So now I need to execute I need to create the container. So for that, run. So okay, let's give. So now I execute create a container for -IT page ID like this. Enter. So I have inside the container. So let's execute whether our Apache Maven is installed or not. Maven -hyphen version. So it is successfully available here. Come out from the other commands as well. So later you need to working directory and expose. Okay, we'll give these comments in the Docker file. To enter this Maven Apache Maven, for that ampersand XVF. We need to give this Apache Maven .g gzip paste here. So working directory. So because whenever I created a container, so I'll go to this directory at the same time. So for that I'll just give #opt just for the folder I have given. I need to expose to the internet, so for that just t.at and I need to add one from the web. So let's add I just add this URL. And you need to send inside that. Okay, let's execute these comments as well. So again same command docker build from the docker file, right? So docker build -t my first image. So it is executing the step 6 as well as the step 7 as well as step 8. So build successfully. Okay, so let's check the Docker images. And I need to create container from the Docker build. So Docker image. Done. -it image ID. So this is the image ID. So I have, yeah, now I'm inside the container. So let's verify what are ls. So we have added the some website, static website. So that is here, and we need to check inside the OPT also, cd/opt ls. Yeah, inside the OPT it is there. Okay, so we'll just come out from the control PQ, enter. So I have just created one Docker file and executed as well as the commands from here. Let's move. So I'll test with the Docker port mapping. Okay, so this is the command. Will verify whether the Nginx is opening with the Docker port mapping. So for that, so let's do Docker ps for the containers. How many containers are listing? Okay. So okay, let's pull the Nginx from the dockerhub.com. The dockerhub.com. Okay. Now we will check whether the Nginx web page is opening or not with this command. So docker run -name is equal to my c1, means my container one, -p. This is the port mapping server. This is the server heading, and this is the container -itd image name. So let's take this docker run -name equal to my container one -p. Have given just 80.80d Nginx. So just enter. So it created a container. So we'll verify with AWS console. Go to AWS console. So take URL of this public IP. So actually this is not coming from our server, but it comes from the container. So we have created container, right? Nginx container. So this is our container ID. So from the container it shows the Nginx web page, but not from the server.
So this is the public IP of EC2?
Yes. Public IP of EC2, yes.
Okay, so your container page is appearing on the public IP of EC2. That's all right. Is there any more you are doing?
Yeah, so last we need to remove our resources as well.
Correct.
For that,
Yes.
to remove the containers, so far this is the command. So first we need to list all the containers by using this command docker ps -a. So let's execute this one, ps -aq. If you mention only q, means all the containers in the one. If you give -aq, all the containers, whether it is started or stopped, all the containers are available. So these are the container IDs which are running in our server. So first we need to stop all the containers then we need to remove. So it is the best practice in our while executing this part. So let's stop the containers. Docker stop $, docker ps -eq. So it will stop all the containers which are running in our Ubuntu server. So it is taking time. Yeah. So now we need to remove all the containers. For that, this is the command docker remove rm. Same docker ps-aq. So we have successfully removed all the containers. So let's verify with the command docker ps for the containers. So there are no containers running in our Ubuntu server. So as well as we need to remove the images also. So because we have created images also, so for that docker images -q to list all the images which are available in our Ubuntu server. Images -q. So these are the images which are available in our Ubuntu server. So let's remove all the images also. Docker rmi. This is the images. So that's why I have given I. rmi $, images -q. So it is removing all the images which are available in our Ubuntu server. Untagged and deleted, untagged and deleted. So this is the mechanism inside which is happening. So let's verify images also, docker images. So there are no images yet now. So this is all about our introduction to Docker demo for today.
Okay, just go to PPT. What was the planned things? Okay, removing that step. Go to the steps.
Yeah.
No. There are steps. You wrote it right somewhere in one of the slides. What you are giving demo. So you created the Docker images, containers, and Docker file. You used it. You showed how to insert Docker file in Docker file and create the images, containers like that. Then you also created the Docker, the created Docker images, how to remove them from the current Docker engine.
Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah. So you also showed the web page of Nginx server after building Docker container, right?
Yes.
So what will be in our next demo, Docker demo? What you are planning?
So I'm planning for that by using the Docker Compose, we can able to install the WordPress site. So I'm
So
planning for
basically, WordPress blog site, you are going to build it, the infrastructure in Docker containers.
In previous
Okay,
one of the previous videos, we have to so we able to that WordPress with Terraform. So already we have done that. So now by using containers, we can create.
Okay. Good. Let us see next demo. Bye. I'll stop recording.